AITA for telling my stepmother I didn't agree to be her summer babysitter. I 17 meters. Live with my grandparents because when my stepmother and stepsiblings moved in with my dad last year, there weren't enough bedrooms for me to still have my own room, and her kids are way younger than me, so I didn't want to share with her boys. My decision to move out didn't make them happy, but I really don't care. My dad and I argued over them moving in, and dad made it clear he wanted her there because he was ready to marry her and that I didn't get a say since I wasn't paying the mortgage or bills. He also said he'd been widowed for 6 years, and it was time for him to be happy again for real. Dad and I fought about my moving out, but he gave in because I told him I would be miserable and did not care if that made everyone else miserable too. I told him he should try to have his room invaded by little kids. My relationship with dad suffered as a result, but I can live with that. This is better than sharing the room. My relationship with his wife and her kids doesn't exist really, and I know that pisses her off, but she was his choice, not mine. She can think what she likes. Now we have a whole other issue because she wanted me to babysit her kids over summer break so she didn't need to pay for camps or summer care. The kids don't have a dad in their lives, so she's got to figure it out for the whole summer. When she told me to babysit this summer, I said no. That was in April. She figured she could convince me, but she didn't. Summer break came and she's had to pay for more than a week of childcare already. My dad mostly stayed out of it, but he told me he was upset that I wouldn't help some of the days. He said it would be a great time to bond with the kids and get to know them, and for them to get to know me. He offered to buy me a few things as a form of payment, but I refused it. He told me he was disappointed in my choices about blending our families, and he felt like I was doing this because I can't let go of mom and don't want to embrace the new chapter of our family. I told him that's nothing to do with it, but I'm not wasting my summer babysitting. He brought up my refusal to live with them, and I told him if we had more space, I'd still live there. Then I said maybe not, since the babysitting expectation would be worse. My stepmother called me again and she was going crazy about my stubbornness and claiming it was part of the deal. I told her I never agreed to be her summer babysitter and I made no deals with her or her kids. It pissed her off more, and it brought out dad saying I was being rude for no good reason. AITA.